What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday, everybody. This podcast is now presented by Proper Wild. So if you are looking for a way to get that Friday energy right through your system, look no further than Proper Wild. There's so many different energy drinks out there, energy shots that you just don't know what kind of chemicals and different ingredients are going in your body. You do know with Proper Wild, though. Proper Wild is 100% plant-based. It's gluten-free. It's vegan. It's dairy-free. So the things that are going into your body, you know, are good stuff. It's a long-lasting energy. It's clean ingredients, like I said, gives you that brain fuel, that power to get through reduced jitters, which I think is important because sometimes, you know, you get something to put your energy up and all of a sudden you're all jittery. We've seen it happen with me before, and Proper Wild is great, you know, for that not to happen. There's 100 milligrams of caffeine. These are great on long days like Monday when we're getting here at 9 a.m. to record in the morning and we stay, you know, all night for The Bachelor, like last Monday, you know, and Tuesdays as well. So hopefully you guys check out Proper Wild right now.
Yeah, I'm pumped because I'm headed to Vegas to see the Jonas Brothers. And these things are really easy. Like you can just, because they're energy shots, you don't have to worry about a lot of liquid, all those things. They're, you know, 2.5 fluid ounces. So I can throw some of these bad boys into my carry-on, head to Vegas, making sure I stay energized the whole time I'm out there. Because, you know, it's a quick trip, Vegas. There's a time difference. Going to be up late, you know, just partying all night.
Getting your party pants on with the Jonas Brothers.
I wish I was doing that, but it's great because these are definitely going to keep me going after
I need one right now.
I know, after a long week.
And I love the peach mango flavor. I love peach in general.
I actually I like the blackberry.
Oh,
yeah.
That's perfect.
Very fitting for us.
Yeah.
You could go to properwild.com/barstool to try Proper Wild for 30% off. That's properwild.com/barstool for 30% off.
Check it out, guys. Go get your Proper Wild. Like we said, gives you that Friday energy. How are we doing today? How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. We have an awesome episode. A lot of TV coverage across the board. This is a very TV-influenced episode, but we had, first of all, I'm extremely excited for the Jonas Brothers. I want to throw that out there. If there are any ladies that are going to be in Vegas for, well, if you're listening to this, it's Friday. I'm hoping to go Friday night. I'm not going to do pit because I have pit tickets for Thursday night. So I can't say like if you have pit for Thursday night.
Do you have any?
Let me know.
Do you have any other plans for the weekend, or are you just seeing
a single thing?
And you're saying
I'm having a massive, just a fangirl weekend. We're like waiting last minute to go probably again Friday night, but like just try and get like cheap tickets and go. But there's like events, apparently, not events, like Nick's doing like a signing somewhere. Papa Jonas's restaurant, they're doing like a trivia thing. So I'll probably just be bouncing around.
Are you going to go to a Nick Jonas signing?
I might. I'm
sorry, I just can't imagine Nick Jonas's reaction to you pulling up to his signing.
I don't know if he would even remember.
Fran, he knows who you are.
I know, but sometimes like he's seen so many faces, like unless, I don't know if
Fran,
he'd be like, oh.
They were on the show. We did an entire.
You spent a whole day at a brewery with them.
Day with them.
You got drunk with them at Penn State.
We got drunk with them at Penn State. Priyanka has talked about us multiple times. You think you're going to roll up to the signing
like
and
there
Nick
would
Jonas
be a light bulb. I don't know if he would remember like my first name.
No, but he sees your face. I think he would know your face.
Well, we'll have to test out this theory.
He's not an idiot.
I'm not saying he is. I'm saying more they do so many interviews and meet so many people that sometimes you just don't. Yeah, but.
And do you remember most of the people that have been on your show? No,
but I'm just saying from a standpoint of like, we have met a ton of people who listen to our show.
Yes.
Like and they introduce themselves. Like I'm not going to remember everybody's name.
Fran,
like from interacting with them.
A one time
like for
you
me,
had
I'm
a passing with Nick Jonas. You have had multiple.
You spent
long hours with them.
I understand.
Priyanka, the last time she was on the show, literally said, Nick told me to say hi.
I just, like, I don't know if Priyanka would know my first name if I saw her in public.
I'm not saying. I think this is. I think this is insane that you would think that they wouldn't know you. I think that's insane.
That obviously Kevin and Frankie would 100% know you.
And also, we heard from somebody else in this office that they saw Joe Jonas the other day, and Joe Jonas was like, "Oh, chicks in the office, I love them," or whatever it was.
Yeah, but the names and faces can be hard sometimes. That's all I'm saying. I would never.
I'm shocked,
guys. Maybe it's because I'm so much of a fan, but I would just. Like, I wouldn't want to...
I think this is cute, but I think it's crazy.
I wouldn't want to get my hopes up to, like, go in and be disappointed if he didn't remember me.
Fran, I think, first of all, it's crazy that you're going to a Nick Jonas signing. I think a lot of things are crazy here. And also, it's cute.
First of all, I'm going with other, like, Jonas Brothers fans who have not had the opportunities that I have had. No, so they all want to go. What am I going to be like, oh, guys, I've already met Nick before. I'm not going.
No. But here's the thing. But I said there's layers to it. I think it's cute and fun, and I also think you going and also not thinking he would know who he is crazy. But I also think that's nice, but I also think it's crazy.
You know how I am. Okay? I just don't want to build my hopes up and be disappointed.
Will you say anything, or are you just gonna are you gonna be like, hey, it's me? Or
are you just gonna act like you guys have never interacted before?
It all comes off first interaction.
That would be unreal.
If he sees me and makes the connection, I will be much more open, maybe a little chatty. If he doesn't, I would definitely volunteer the information.
That's what I'm saying. I would hope you would be like, hey.
No, I absolutely
They're very
would.
down to earth people. I feel like when we first went to Denver,
I absolutely
and saw Joe. Joe came up to me to be like, hey man, like it's been a while. Like,
I wouldn't go up and be like, and just not say anything at all.
That would
get my bottle of tequila signed and then leave.
That would creep me out. That's what I mean. That would creep me out.
I wouldn't do that.
What if he first
I wouldn't do that. But there would be a little bit of disappointment. First off, if I had to be like, remember me, Fran from Chicks in the Office.
I don't know. Good luck. And I'm trying to wrap my head around all of this right now.
Guys, I have a weird brain when it comes to the fandom situation.
Yeah,
I just do. I'm getting nervous. I'm sweating already thinking about it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
That's just where my mind goes in this situation.
Like, I hope you know where. Like, I'm not making fun of you. Yeah. I'm think it's. You need to have a little bit more confidence in yourself and them.
I think, maybe it's them. I just think, like, Jonas Brothers fans in general are just very humble people, if that makes, all I'm saying is I am going with other people who have met. I'm going with other people.
I want to make that a quote card.
I wish people could see me and Noah's face. Well, they could on YouTube.
Yeah.
Guy, can you let me finish?
We're listening.
But that is the funniest quote I've heard in a long time. As opposed to us John Mayer fans, we're all assholes.
Yeah, perhaps.
Us Jonas Brothers, we're humble people.
I just think that the group...
What does it have to do with anything?
Because...
That's quite the generalization.
The group... Oh my God. I'm not going to finish.
No, go.
Because the group of girls that I am with, have met them many times before, but still,
wait, they have
go to their events.
Wait, your friends?
But as not as fans, not as they haven't gotten to sit down and interview them for 45 minutes or tour a brewery with them.
No, I know, but when you said, "Oh, I was going to signing because my friends haven't had the same," I thought you meant that.
No, I meant them. Bigger opportunities.
Oh yeah,
they have met they've met them before, so it's we keep coming back to these things. It's not like a one and done. Well, we've got we met them before. I'm not gonna show up at their events.
Yeah, no, not show up at their events. You would still go to their shows. I'm just saying the meet part.
Yeah, but it's less like a meet and
Here's
more we're supporting him. He's doing a tequila. He's selling his tequila, and we're gonna go support.
Let's say we have a live
show. The Jonas Brothers fans are super humble.
We're humble people.
I can't wait to run into an asshole of a Jonas Brothers fan.
There's not many.
There's some out there, I'm
let's
sure.
say that we have a live show and someone shows up to the meet and greet that's been on, or you've been on their show, or they've been on your show. So, but they're coming to the meet and greet to like meet. What would your reaction be?
We have met people who have met us before and then meet us again, and I'm always like, wow, I'm shocked that they like us so much.
That's such a different question that you're asking right now.
Also,
that is a beyond different question.
I think I'm answering.
You can't put me in the situation of being like, we're not as
it's
famous
a lower
as
level.
the Jonas
It's a lower
Brothers.
level, but it's somewhat the same idea.
Well, I think
Not
I was answering.
really.
I think I was answering it differently, but we've had, and also we are not like the fact that we're even talking about us in the same conversation.
No, I said it's like
crazy, but I get
lower
the
level.
question.
Yeah.
I get the sentiment of the question. We have met people before that have come to meet and greets and then come to another meet and greet, and my takeaway is always, I think that is very nice, but my takeaway is
That's not what I'm saying.
no, I know it's not, but I'm saying I'm answering this. I'm always like, you like me that much? Like that's more of my. I'm just like, you like me that much.
No, I was
Which is
saying
very
more
nice.
like someone
No,
who's like in the
Noah's-
industry,
no,
who's
that's
been on the
like-
show, you've been on
That's like
their
an
show.
insane comparison.
There is nobody that has
insane
been on this show
comparison.
that would come to our meet and greet.
We interview very famous people.
Not always. You do like swaps with podcasts and stuff.
They would never come to a meet
Yeah,
and
but
greet of
like
ours.
that's like not the same. It's just not the
and
same.
I can't say I'd go to a meet
It's
and
not
greet
the
of
same
theirs, to be honest.
It's like that when it comes to that. That's like those people we're friends with. Like when we do
when we
podcast
do
swaps,
podcast swaps, we're more friendly with those
Tyler
people.
C shows up to the meet and
we're
greet.
we're friends with those. Like we're friends with those people. So like yes, that's a very nice idea, but like it's not. You'd have to think of people that are like low. It doesn't even really exist.
This has reached a part of a conversation that we did not intend to reach because we shouldn't
I'll
even
say-
be
I'll
mentioned
say,
in the same name as the Jonas
If
Brothers.
I went to a John
No.
Mayer meet and greet, it would be a one and done thing for me. I wouldn't go to another one after it.
And
just me.
so I understand that, and that's also
well,
me.
John Mayer fans are assholes and Jonas Brothers are humble ones who will keep on coming back to support their.
Is it support
their
or
fans.
is it like?
It is support.
It's no, but support is going to the shows.
Well, we do it all.
right.
We're going to the show. It's not like we're just going to
But
like
I
get a
think
fucking
paying extra
tequila
money.
bottle
No, but I
signed
think
to like leave.
the meet and greets and the signings are like you want to
Pictures.
meet them and get pictures.
Yeah, for sure. But I also think like if we were, I can't believe I'm continuing to compare these situations. Like I'm sure Nick Jonas doesn't really care that much, but like I'm sure Nick Jonas would love to know that a lot of people are showing up for his tequila signing. It's at a random fucking liquor store.
But also, I
like,
don't think he's worried about no one showing up. It's Nick Jonas. Like people are showing up.
yeah, but you want like there's still an ego boost to be like, damn, look at all these like look
Yeah.
at like look there's a line down the sidewalk of people
And,
like
and you
not,
don't you don't care if it's people that have come before. You're
You
just happy
don't
people are
care.
coming.
Exactly.
Nick's like, is Fran here yet?
You don't care.
Is Fran
Fran?
here?
Where's
Guys, she's
Fran?
probably too
Anyway,
humble to think that I would remember her.
I'm
My
very
God.
excited.
Do you think they just sit in the green room before the shows go, we have the most humble fans.
Yes.
Thank God.
You know
We are
what?
humble.
We're lucky.
We look up and we thank God every day that our fans are so humble.
Yeah.
Amen. Let's get out there, boys.
Other artists are like, what's it like to have humble fans?
Yeah, they meet the Jonas Brothers. They're like, Nick, one question for you. What's it like to have the most
My fans are
humble
so
fan base?
My fans are so mean to me at the meet and greets.
It's not mean. It's just not having a sense of entitlement when it comes to. There's a lot of fans that
Like Harris-
feel a mega sense of entitlement when it comes to the person
Like
they're
the
a
One
fan
Direction
of.
fans.
I think maybe here's the thing. I've never been a part of like a fandom like
Yes.
that, and I don't judge anybody who does. I think that's
Yeah.
I love that you love the Jonas Brothers so much. I think I love a variety of things and not like one thing immensely. Like I love a lot of different things, so I don't like pour everything into like one group or person or whatever
Would
it
you
is.
say the Beliebers are humble?
I don't really know. I'm just speaking on behalf. Like I'm speaking of the
I
people
don't know
that
them.
I know. I don't know them. It's more of just like they're.
I feel like One Direction is pretty
there's
toxic.
Sometimes there's a severe sense of entitlement when it comes to these groups of people.
All right, so if you had to rank the most humble fan bases,
I would say-
I can't do it because I don't know. 'Cause
Jonas
I'm
Brothers,
not a-
Jonas
because
Brothers,
I'm
huge
not a
drop
part.
off. BTS.
it's Jonas Brothers all the way up here,
Yeah.
and then everybody
Yeah.
else.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
They don't even
at the
know. They would
bottom.
never rank because they're so humble.
I don't know what's-
Oh man! All right, well, Fran, we're rooting for you. We hope you have the best weekend.
Yeah,
and I
make
hope
fun of me all
I'm
you
gonna
want.
make that a quote card. That is just my favorite quote,
and,
maybe
but,
ever.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
We're the crazy ones in this situation, though, because there's gonna be so many people that are like, "She's right. She's right. We
Yeah.
are the most humble fans."
Or there's gonna be like other fan bases who are like, "No, we are."
Yeah. Oh, and
by
then we
the
have
way,
a fan base divide.
I would like the quote to be accurate. I didn't say most humble out of all other
No,
fandoms.
you said
I said
we're
we're
very
humble fans.
Yeah.
So there was no comparison to other fan groups.
No, I won't say we're the most humble.
we're
I'll
doing
say-
the comparing for you.
Yes, I'm just saying if Noah's really gonna make the quote card, don't make it so that people
No,
think
I'll
I'm
do it word
dissing
for
No,
other
word.
we're
fandoms.
just saying the other fan bases
We'll be like, well, we're humble too.
might jump in and say we'd like to say that so and so has very humble fans.
They're more than welcome to do that. I can only speak on behalf of the Jonas Brothers fans, and I
Do
bet
you
you
think
some
the
of them
Jonas
don't even
Brothers-
want me being the voice
I was gonna
case for
say,
that.
do you think that the Jonas Brothers fandom wants you to be the voice of the
Probably
Jonas
not.
Brothers fandom?
Probably not.
Who
And I'm
el-
not
who
trying
else
to
would
be.
be?
Honestly, what I just said was very nice, so I hope that people think that that's nice.
Who else?
It
would
was.
be- Yeah, I mean, they have to have a leader.
No,
Their most humble
there's
leader.
Yeah.
Some very dedicated fans.
All right, let's
Wow.
get into the rest of the show. Everyone, let's hope that
Oh.
Nick Jonas remembers Fran
Yeah.
If I go.
if she goes.
Also, we should just say about podcast in general that the podcast will be on YouTube now, very early in the morning.
Yes, the
Good.
the podcast will be up on YouTube early in the morning. Shout out to Sarah,
Sarah.
who is our new team member. She's awesome. She joined us last week, and her third day was our live show in Boston, and she crushed it. So, welcome, Sarah.
Yeah.
We're very happy
Mondays,
to have you.
obviously, it'll come out like a couple hours after.
Yeah, because Monday we record on Monday, so
Yeah.
that one will be later. But today's episode, or I'm speaking today. It's
today's episode will be
but
8 a.m.
yes, everything will be up early. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you listen because you want to listen in the morning, but you also like watching on YouTube, well, now you have the YouTube early in the morning as well. So shout out to Sarah and Noah. And
Well done, everyone.
Devin, keep killing it. All right, let's get into the rest of the show. We are going to be talking about all the TV shows and movies that we watched
New
this week
segment
in our new
alert.
segment. What did we decide
Weekly
on?
watch report.
The weekly watch report.
It's gonna be like a news. I'm gonna have like a newsy sounding
Yeah, this
music
is
intro.
Noah drummed this one up, so we can
But
give the
people
credit to
do
him. Noah, yeah,
Ask I want to hear the shows you're watching. In
they
one
want a
place.
list. They want a place where they can go and see all the shows that we watched, because when you talk, you can lose sight of some things, but it will be on our Instagram where you then could go back and go, what do I want to watch right now? And then you can go to our Instagram and say, oh, Rhea and Fran watched this, and this is what they thought about it. So shout out to Noah, because it was
separate from
his
our
idea.
Love is Blind discussion.
Yes. Then we'll be talking about Love is Blind, because the finale came out and the reunion. And then we have an hour and a half of
Almost.
Joe
Yeah.
Gorga and Frank Catania, which was awesome. They really are something else. They
really
are
are.
fun. They're funny. Reminds me of just, family members almost.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost like I always forget we're talking to them and I forget where I am. Like it's just a fun time.
Yep.
So make sure you tune into that. It's a fun listen, funny. So let's get into it with the weekly watch report.
If you're a runner, a walker, whatever it is, the Allbirds Wool Runner is such a great sneaker. It's great for yourself. It's great for a gift. We're into that gifting season, guys. They're super cozy, they're super comfy, and they're super giftable. They're perfect for everyday wear, even in a winter wonderland. So when things start to get a little chilly, these sneakers are still doing the most for you. They're made of natural materials that tread lighter on the planet. The wool runners are made with naturally comfortable and durable ZQ certified merino wool. They are machine washable, easy to wear, easy to clean. They're designed to be versatile and stylish and natural fit with any outfit. These shoes are also super sustainable. Allbirds is all about sustainability. They're built using premium natural materials with a low environmental impact. These sneakers are great. I love walking around the city this time of year. And when I do, I can use my Allbirds. I have brown ones that I love, and they are so comfortable. So this holiday season, give tidings of comfort and coziness with the Allbirds Wool Runner. Discover your perfect pair at allbirds.com today. That's ALLBIRDS.com.
All right, so let's talk about the things we watched this week. Noah, are you participating?
I wasn't planning, or in the graphics, I didn't have my name on anything.
I think you should participate.
Okay.
So, where do we want to start off?
He's not prepared for his first day now.
He's okay.
No, I
I'm
actually
sorry.
am. I've watched a couple things this week.
All right, so how are we
And
doing?
also,
Do you
it's
know the
not-
season and episode number?
It's not. Well, it was mostly movies, but it's not
Okay.
just new things. By the way.
Yeah, it's a lot of rewatch. So I want that to be clear as well, because we talked about this right before the show, that when we put the graphic up, I don't want people to go, oh my God, that's the first time you've ever seen She's the Man, because I watched that this week. No, I just rewatched it.
Yeah.
So there is going to be a lot of things, and I also rewatch a lot of shows before bed.
Yeah, it's more like what
What
are
we're
we
watching.
Yeah, it's like what we're watching, and some is repeat, some's first time. I guess we could also maybe distinguish that.
We could
the
put
graphic.
in the graphic
Like
parentheses.
we could have like a little index or something, like if it says like
Rewatch.
repeat, rewatch.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I think I have the shortest list,
Okay.
so I'll go first.
Okay.
And we're doing school grades.
Maybe we'll have some overlap.
A minus, A plus.
Okay. All right. I'll start off with the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Wonderful. Rewatch.
Rewatch Lizzie McGuire movie, and I'm gonna give that an A plus. One
Yeah.
of the best plot twists of our
It
generation.
is.
Never saw that coming.
It's honestly such a good movie.
It's such a good movie, and as you're watching it when you're younger, did you really think that Paolo was the one that was wrong all along? No. You didn't see that coming.
No, you didn't.
So I'm gonna give that an A
It's
plus.
also insane that she was graduating 8th grade.
Insane. Insane. When you're like this she was 13.
You're like, wait, she's 13?
They look like they're 18. I honestly had that thought while watching it. I was like, wait, they're not going into college. They're going into high school.
Yeah, it's literally 8th grade.
It's insane. She was a pop star in 8th grade.
Yep.
Then I watched She's the Man.
Another
Should you
rewatch.
maybe like say where you can watch it too? Just Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Lizzie McGuire movie was on Disney
Just
Plus.
makes it a lot easier for people to go if they want to watch it. What?
Just you're really adding more things.
I think
feel like
that's
that's just
fair.
like a
Yeah.
you know.
That's fair. She's the Man I rented, and it's probably on one of the streaming services, but I was watching it on a TV that I didn't have the streaming services on, and then I just was lazy, and I was like, well, just rent this for $2.99. She's the Man. I'm gonna give.
I mean, you can't give I know you can't go back to back, but you also cannot give She's the Man not an A plus.
I know. That's where I'm struggling here. I'm gonna give She's the Man an A plus as well.
You have to.
It's one of my favorite
Those
movies.
are both A+ movies.
Those are A plus. And you know what? That was my goal, because I felt this is gonna sound weird, but after the Boston Live show, there's so much hype that night, right? There's so much hype. We meet so many people. We get on stage. We're drinking a lot. There's a lot of like different emotions. The next day, I was like, I just want to watch some wholesome, good movies, and therefore, the Lizzie McGuire movie and She's the Man, both A plus movies.
Yeah.
I went out of my way to choose those A plus movies.
Nice.
Rewatch this week, Curb Your Enthusiasm season 2.
The whole season.
Majority of the episodes, they're quick episodes.
Yeah, they're 30 minutes. You watched White Lotus. White Lotus.
Oh yeah,
as well.
yeah, that's on there. I mean, I
I thought you just transitioned into. Never mind.
transitioning into TV.
Okay.
Curb Your Enthusiasm season 2.
Yep.
I'm giving it an A minus just because it looks old on the TV.
Pretty good, one might say.
But
You know what's kind of tough about the grades, and it's maybe it'll be different for rewatch. Like, I mean, for new stuff, like when you try a new show, but like rewatch
It's not just
and
hit the same.
shows that you no rewatch and shows that you watch week to week. You like the show obviously because you are watching from week to week, or you're
Right.
going back to rewatch it. Like, you're not gonna be like, Curb Your Enthusiasm season 2 went back to rewatch it again. D.
Yeah, there's
Well,
some
you could
things that
watch
rewatch
something
and
for
you're
the
like,
first
it's
time.
not as good as I remember.
yeah, you could watch something
Yeah.
for the first time too and be like, "That I fucking hated that. I'm giving it an F."
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
I just don't want. I'm maybe it's just because I'm looking at my list. I'm like, I'm not gonna have anything that I like didn't like.
well, I'll go into the White
Yeah.
Lotus. So Curb Your Enthusiasm, A-. I'm giving it just for production purposes, watching on, it's old, but very funny, very fucking funny. Those earlier seasons, I feel like don't get rewatched as much because there are so many seasons, but my God, they are really fucking funny. The White Lotus, episode 2.
Season 2,
episode 2. I'm going with a B- for the second episode, just because it didn't pop off to me. That's really it. I like the season. I like it's in Sicily. I was a little frustrated, which I think is just the point of the White Lotus. So you just get frustrated with people. And then Love is Blind, where we are doing a recap. Finale, I will give a B+.
It's a good finale.
I liked the finale. I'm going to give it a B+. You know, the drama fell off after a little bit. The beginning had a lot of hype, a lot of drama, and then it fell down. And then the reunion, I will give a B.
Yeah, the reunion wasn't as juicy, I would say.
Actually, I'll give it a C. I'll bump it down. The reunion wasn't as juicy as I was expecting it.
It had its moments, but...
It did, but it didn't go off as much as I wanted it to. And that's all I watched this week. Thank you for having me.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. I did not watch any movies this week.
Interesting.
I probably will not be throwing out a lot of movies unless I'm going to a movie theater. I don't like I'm a TV at home. I'm a TV person. Okay. I watched, this is also kind of behind too. So like a lot of shows I don't watch live. Obviously, you watch it like a few days later. So by the time this comes out, there's new episodes of a lot of these shows, but I haven't watched them yet. So I got to go with the ones that I watched. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Season 3, episode 6. That's from last week. Gonna give that one a C. It's I'm moving along. Salt Lake City is like one that I'm kind of like, I'm into it, but I'm not fully locked in. Winter House Season 2, episode 4. I'm enjoying Winter House. This is like a B+.
I missed this episode this week.
Yeah, it's short seasons, but the Toms are involved, and I like that they're there, and I felt like it was good. Now, this is where I don't know how much like I'm really going to include on this, because like I watch The Voice every week. I watch Dancing with the Stars every week. Like The Voice was the Knockouts Part 3. It was a great episode. Like it's a good season of The Voice. I like the battles. I like the knockouts. So I'm probably going to give that a B+. And I'm going to combine all the Chicagos.
Okay.
Because I watch them all together. I watch them in a row, even when they're not like supersized. So I watched episode 6 of each of these seasons. Med, Fire, and PD are all in different seasons, but they're all episode 6. I would give a B+.
To all of them.
To all of them.
Okay.
PD I liked a little bit better. So maybe I'd do B+ for Med and Fire and a A- for PD. It was an interesting episode of PD. Okay. Buying Beverly Hills I started. That's on Netflix.
I'm dying to hear your rating on this.
Yeah. Season 1, I watched episodes 1 through 4. I haven't finished the whole thing. This is a B-.
Oh, not telling me to watch it tonight.
No, I like it. Like it's good. It's good, but I'm through episodes 1 through 4. So I don't know if things like get a little juicier. I've only watched the beginning. I'm intrigued by the family dynamic, but as of right now, it's just not as juicy, and I just don't care as much about the other people. Like, I care about the Umanskis and their story, but, like, the other realtors and stuff, I'm not as invested into their...
That makes sense.
...stuff.
Yep.
So, like, I'm really more, like, Fair and Alexia. Like, that interests me much more. I also tried... Oh, Dancing with the Stars, I'll give it an A-. That's just... It was a double elimination. That's always a juicy episode. White Lotus... Season 1, episodes 1 to 3, because I'm watching those for the first time. This is tough because I give the episodes different grades. Like the first episode I really liked, that was like an A-. 2 and 3 were probably B's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's one of those ones that first episode hooks you in.
Yeah.
Middle of the season, you're like, where the fuck is this going?
I'm obviously
And
excited. It's only
really
6
picks
episodes, so I'll finish
Yes.
it. But 1 was definitely locked me in, and then 2 and 3 I was like, oh, okay, like yeah.
Where is this going?
Yeah.
Yep.
Abbott Elementary season 2 episode 1 I watched. I love Abbott Elementary is an A always. It's probably going to stay for that the whole season. I also tried the Colpo Sisters on TLC. Episode 1. Honestly, I liked that more than I think I did more than I liked Buying Beverly Hills, I think. I would give that a B+.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice list you got there.
I'm intrigued by the show. More so, like, I feel like Olivia does share a lot about her life on social media. So, like, the sisters is very interesting. Mm-hmm. Aurora talking about, like,
her marriage.
Her marriage was very interesting. Olivia did reference her relationship with Nick Jonas. Talked about how, like, when he broke up with her, like, she didn't really have much going on.
She thought she was getting married.
Yeah. Yep. So that was some tidbits that you always wondered about. And, you know, they're sharing more now. And you see their whole family. I liked it. I thought it was, like, a good kind of Kardashians-esque where they have, like, there is drama involved, but then there's also just, like, cute family dynamics.
Yeah.
That's everything I watched this
Very
week.
nice list.
That was pretty long. I'm probably...
how many was that?
Yeah, that was long. For the sake of just sounding like a teacher to our listeners, like, I feel like I'm going to have to shorten my list from week to week and, like, not include everything. Like, I'm probably not going to be giving The Voice and Dancing with the Stars a grade every week.
Yeah, just, you had to this week,
Like,
though.
I'll just mention that I am watching those, but for the first one, I'll really include everything. But week to week, I feel like I might not have to fully include all of them. It's a lot.
Yeah. For me, I did watch The White Lotus.
Oh, wait,
2.
I did forget to grade Love is Blind. Should I grade Love is Blind?
So what's your grade?
Love is Blind finale was an A-. Love is Blind reunion B. That's my grade.
Ooh, we're tough. I'm a tougher teacher.
You are. You are tougher. You're a tougher grader. Go ahead, Noah.
Yeah, so I watched The White Lotus, season 2, episode 2. I would give it a C+. Not really.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything for me. I like the first one better. So hopefully that gets better. I watched this movie. This was like more last week, but All Quiet on the Western Front. A+. One of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Watch it?
It's on Netflix. It's in German mostly, but it's incredible.
I realized halfway through I didn't tell anybody where they could watch anything.
Yeah.
Anyways,
People can look it up.
War movie, huh?
Yeah, it's a famous book, but
I was gonna say I've definitely heard that name.
It will make you never want to go to war. Like, it is the most.
I do feel like most war movies.
No, but like some war movies
want to go to war.
No, but some war movies like glorify war and everything. Like, this one is like so intense and seemingly realistic.
What war are we talking here?
World War One.
World War One. Okay.
Yeah. It's
okay.
But great movie.
Okay.
And what else did I watch?
You said you watched the Jennifer Lawrence.
I did watch
movie.
the Jennifer Lawrence movie last night.
What is that
Causeway.
called? Causeway. Yes.
I would give that. I'll give it a B-, even though I'd want to give it lower. But it was good. But it just I didn't love it. Like, it's just really depressing and slow and very depressing.
How was her acting? I heard this was a big it was a big return to a dramatic role. Like, people were like, she's really good in this movie.
She did a good job. The other guy, what's his name? Do you know his name?
He's good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
From Atlanta.
Yeah.
But
his name is Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah, he did a good job. Last night, while I was editing, I put on this movie on Netflix just as background while I was working, called Man on the Ledge. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of that.
I have.
It was just, sometimes I find a movie that's just a ridiculous plot, and I'm like, good, like, just throw this on, don't really have to pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. And I'll give it a B- just for like something to put on. It's nothing great.
Yeah, that has a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, those bad movies that
low.
are like,
I will not
good.
judge any movie off of Rotten
No.
Tomatoes.
I know.
No, sometimes they're like, it's.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't say like, because I'm sure that if you search,
Okay, it's got a 52% audience score, so
like All Quiet on the Western Front, I'm sure
it's very high.
92. Like,
Yeah.
but
Noah falls in line with the critics a lot of the times.
no, but I think that Rotten Tomatoes gives you like a good gauge.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy movies that are terrible, like
Yeah.
Man on the Ledge.
Yeah, you did give it. I mean, a B- is
B- for like what it is. I'm
Yeah.
not saying like it's a B- compared to All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
It's a B- for like a movie you throw on when you're bored, and it's fine. You don't have to pay attention too much.
I forgot something that I watched last night.
What?
Along Came Polly.
Oh,
Great movie.
I'm gonna give it an A.
That's an A. That's an A. That's a
just gonna give it
solid
an
A
A.
movie.
I was actually rewatching Wedding Crashers too.
Great
I
fucking
mean,
movie. That's an A plus.
That's an A plus.
That
Wedding
is an A+.
Crashers is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Truly. I watched that recently too because they put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think of this segment.
Yeah. What do you guys
Or
want to do with it?
what we can do better.
Yeah, we can
I'm
advance.
I'm a little iffy on the way we just did that. I'm not gonna lie, only because I feel like it works so well for social, and I don't know if it translates to audio as much. You know,
Right.
Like reading it, it's like when you're just looking and reading, it makes sense. But it feels very repetitive.
It does.
Audio wise.
So let us know what you guys think and what we should change or what we should do.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
this is like a
test run.
It is. It's a pilot episode.
It's a pilot episode that
segment.
might not go to air.
It's a pilot segment.
Well, it is going to air.
Well,
but it
you
might
guys
get
will
canceled
hear
after
it.
It might get canceled
Episode
after
one.
episode 1.
Yeah, maybe we just like have to pick a small list or something. I don't know.
All right.
Figure it out.
That wraps it up.
It's that time of year, guys. Our ugly sweaters are here. Barstool has all their ugly sweaters on their website. You can get everything from sports jokes, pop culture, within Barstool, holiday, all great sweatshirts. And guys, it's that time. It's the best time of year when those ugly sweaters are finally celebrated. We have great ones. We've got a little Pete Davidson getting kissed by Mrs. Claus, because you know that he is always out there probably gonna, steal your girl. And we also have a little sexy Ms. Claus, we like to call her. And it says slay on there because, a little play on words. And we have our classic Kris Jenner momager one as well. So you can go to store.barstoolsports.com. Pick it out. You guys are going to love them. You need them for all your holiday parties this season. Store.barstoolsports.com. We got our answers on Love is Blind. The finale and reunion aired. So now we know who said yes, who said no. We were left on a cliffhanger of whether Bartise was going to say yes or no. He said no. It was definitely the right choice. He could have not gone to the altar. This is the thing with this show. It's like, would it have been nice if he had broken up with her before? Yes, absolutely. But I feel like, I don't know if they have to or if producers push it, but it feels like all the breakups always happen at the altar. It's like there's not many that happen beforehand. But the drama there was Nancy's family was very upset, which is super fair. Like, I feel like, the contestants sign up to be on a reality show, but when you're having a full-blown wedding and your family's there and everyone's dressed up and you have to, like, watch this person, like, say no, that's got to be very hard for the families.
Right. I see both parts of it because I can't stand Bartise, so literally cannot stand.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't stand him as a human being. So I'm not defending him in any way, but, like, a little, I get it because I don't know if I'd be able to control my family's reactions, but I also think that you got to go into it with this is a reality show mindset and anything could happen, and like, just have that open mind. And I think that Nancy's brother kind of did have that where he was right, and then it just was very dramatic and like, I didn't want to be right. It was like,
I know. I think they were just sad.
I know they were sad. They were sad for her and they were emotional, and I get it, but it's like, you could also just be like, I fucking get it. It's a reality show. Like, expect him to say no. But
I didn't like how Bartise spoke to the brother, too. I didn't like how such a jerk.
I didn't like how he spoke to the mom or the brother. Like, who the
I
fuck
know.
do you think you are? Like, you'll have your turn. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, he really thought who he was and that he's so much better than everybody and so much more mature, and he's just not. Like,
yeah.
totally was so turned off by the way he talked to her family.
Yeah.
It just was like, shut up, dude. Like
Yeah.
when the mom's like trying to see if Nancy's okay, and I understand Nancy being like, Mom, like I need to talk, and he's like, I'm trying to talk to my fiance. Like, bro, you don't even want her to be your fiance anymore. You don't want to be her wife. So don't pull the I'm trying to talk to my fiance line when you're about to dump her, because she's not going to be your fiance any longer. She's not even going to be your girlfriend. You guys aren't going to be together. So shut the fuck up.
I wondered if maybe he thought that like she would still want to date him or something, or I don't know if he like thought that was how it was going to go down.
They clearly don't want to date. He clearly doesn't want to date her.
I know. I think maybe I'm saying it from solely from the place of like him wanting to save face while cameras were still rolling. Like while the cameras were still on, to be like, oh, well, let's see if we can make it work outside of all this. And then like they get to the reunion and they're like, oh, we tried and it didn't work. But Nancy was very clear. She was like, you just said no. Like, this is done.
When he was like, you'll have your turn.
I know. You
don't know her that well.
I know. I really did not like that at all. From the preview, it looked like there was going to be maybe a little trouble for Alexa and Brennan, but smooth sailing, baby.
Smooth sailing.
Those two went right to the altar. They said their vows.
Solid.
His vows were so sweet.
Really
He's
sweet.
Just,
they seem
Southern
like they
gentleman.
really, really are in love.
I know. They seem really, they seem solid. I'm hoping the best for them. Like, it's a good sign when the only drama it seemed like they had was like closet space
and dishes.
And dishes. So they're definitely in a good place. Cole and Zineb had their trip to the altar as well. She was very nervous, emotional. They were going back and forth on if they thought they were going to say yes or no. And then she had a fairly strong like list of things that he did and, you know, hurt me and knocked my self-confidence and all these things. And like, then she was like, I'm not marrying you. She walked off. Her friends started to cheer for her.
Thank God they didn't get married. Not surprising she had a list, but also she did name some things that were like, yeah, you guys definitely shouldn't get married.
Yeah.
It's just not it.
No, that definitely made sense. And Cole seemed blindsided by it, but he definitely shouldn't have. And honestly, the most blindsided I was in the whole finale was Colleen and Matt saying yes. I was like, oh my God.
Really shocking.
I couldn't believe it when he was like, absolutely yes. I was like, whoa. Well, all right then. These two are fucking married. Okay.
Shocking.
From the way that they were in the previous episodes, like in between pods and this, like, I just couldn't believe that they were going to say yes. But I guess, you know, Colleen in the bridal suite did make it seem like she was like, look, I'm going to ride this thing out. Like, I love him and like, let's just go for it and see what happens. So they both took a massive leap of faith. They're still together. I saw an interview that was kind of cracking me up. It was like, they're just trying to find out how their lives like work together. And he's like, yeah, you know, like I used to golf a lot. I don't really do that as much anymore. Like, it's like, they don't live together though. So we can talk about the reunion. They all get together. You see the couples, Colleen and Matt, are still together, and Alexa and Brennan are good, but Colleen and Matt haven't moved in together yet. So like they're married, but they still have their own places, which honestly feels like for them the right decision. Like that feels like, yes, they got married because it was like, yeah, we're getting married on TV, like let's do it. But I feel like when the cameras ended, it was like, okay, we are married, but we can date a little bit too now.
You know, that doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Like, you guys are married.
There's nothing logical about it. But like Colleen said, she was like, we got married in an unorthodox way, and now we're living life in an unorthodox way.
Like, divorce isn't like the easiest thing in the world. Like, yes, you can just get divorced, but like,
yeah, exactly.
It also does take a little bit.
So if it's working for them, then I guess it works. But yeah, everything's good with Lex and Brennan. SK and Raven are dating, which was a relief. I loved their little moment where they got together and kissed, and I felt not confident in that, but it felt like there was actually really good true feelings there, and both of them were very sincere and logical, and you know, they're doing the long distance thing and it's working for them.
I enjoy them as a couple, and I also enjoy Raven not really falling.
We're wearing the same earrings today.
I was going to say it before and I stopped myself.
Yeah.
I enjoy Raven kind of like setting that boundary with Bartice, where she wasn't going to let that happened.
Right.
And
So he talked about the pool
she
party.
really liked SK, and that was it. She said, I love SK, and I wasn't, you're not going to cross that boundary, in which I really respect from her. And I think she held her own because, Barty, look at us together. No, look at Raven.
Yeah, and you saw what happened when they brought up the pool party, like between Colleen and Cole and the conversations that they had there. And obviously Colleen seems much more remorseful, I think, and she's made it work. But the bigger drama was between these single people, right? Like Bartice, Alexa. I love Alexa. She's got no time. She's got no time for Bartice, and she's got no time for Cole. Like she was like, she basically, and it's got to be hard being on the other side of that when you're friends with these women and you know so much that happened that wasn't on camera, and you're like, God, I just want to lay you out, but like we're gonna bring up all this stuff. Because she just kept kind of saying like, I just know a lot, and I just don't like the way that you did things. And apparently Bartice was like on a boat party or something with a blonde, like right after the wedding. So that didn't sit well with everybody, obviously. I think Bartice, like, I'm sure immediately jumped back into the dating pool and all these things. And he was like, I don't want to be talking about my sex life. I don't want to be talking about, they're like, nobody's talking about your sex life. It was just timing. Like they were like, well, if you were really upset about it, you probably wouldn't have been out partying. But then she was like, I guess, he's like, what? Don't judge me for how people cope differently. It's like, oh, okay. Sure.
He really thinks he's like the most mature. I was gonna call him motherfucker. I stopped myself.
Yeah.
But then I did anyway.
No, so Nancy's brother was like, he's a boy. Like it's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's really just, he thinks he's like, he knows everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's, but he doesn't.
And Zay brought up some upsetting things about Cole too, that, talking about their relationship and that he was critical of what she ate and how, like, like what her body looked like and all these things that I think she was really laser focused on that made her feel insecure. They referenced this scene, not scene, it was their life, but they referenced this moment where they were going out to dinner and she like went to have 2 little like tangerines. And she had said he was like, oh, we're like, you really gonna eat that right now? Like, we're going out to dinner and ruin your appetite or whatever. And he clearly remembered it differently. But then at the end of the reunion, they played the footage that they had of that conversation. And yes, he does say those words. I think Cole is very careless with his words. I think he just doesn't think before he talks a lot. And I think Zay got very laser focused on certain things because from the beginning, he never made her feel confident about her appearance.
Yeah, so
like I think she was so like she really picked apart his words of what he was saying. Like I think he's like not, I'm not saying he's stupid, but I'm just saying like I think he didn't think a lot of things through all the way. Like I don't think a lot of the things had extreme malice. I think he just let things fly, and then he didn't think back to things he said previously. So like when she watched or she saw him say like, I thought Colleen's more attractive, or Colleen's a 10, you're a 9. For Zay, like to be like, well, what are the differences between us? She's probably looking at Colleen's body and thinking like, these are the differences. So I think that really, really affected her, which is so, so sad. And I don't think he knew it affected her.
Yeah, I also think he probably said like, oh, you're really going to eat that before we go out? Not thinking that she took that as like, oh, you're really going to eat that? Your body doesn't look great. You should watch what you should be eating. Because when you're an insecure person, you're thinking that somebody else is meaning those words in a different way than he could have been meaning it. So I just
he never gave her the confidence you should for a partner.
Right. Yeah. And he also did say things to not make her feel confident in herself. Yep. So then that would be, she'd probably take everything after that as an insult or something like that. I think they were not compatible at all, and I'm really happy they didn't go through with it, and I'm really happy Bartice and Nancy didn't go through with it.
No, I know. And Cole had kind of a little bit of a breakdown towards the end, like he really started crying. And it's good to see him hopefully realize, the mistakes he made and learn from them. Zay was she was like, look, I forgave you right then. Like, I don't think you're a bad man. I think you I don't like the actions, some of the things you did towards me in our relationship, but I don't think you're a bad person. So hopefully he learned a lot from this experience and takes it to his next relationship. And Zay is awesome and deserves a guy that I think loves her for everything that she has. And at the end of the day, those two were just so, regardless of the pods, like they were just so not compatible.
No.
Like so
And I think
not
when
compatible in the
people-
real world at all.
When people are only like Zay was like, and I'm going to say a prayer because that's what me and Cole really bonded over. It's like, okay, just because you guys,
Yeah.
you know,
That's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And just because you guys have the same faith.
Yeah.
Does not mean that you guys belong together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Totally different
it's so-
lifestyles. And I just think that like they were so not meant to be. And I do think they had, that they did have love for each other, but it was just, that was so not going to work. So it was the right move there. And like I said, I think Cole watched that back and wished he could take back a lot of the things he said.
Overall, good season.
It was definitely better than the second season for sure.
I agree.
The first season shock value of like what was happening just pulled us in so much, but this one was definitely better than the second season. Do you know how much your subscriptions really cost? Most Americans think that they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions when the actual total is closer to $200 plus. The Rocket Money app shows all your subscriptions in one place and cancels what you don't want for you. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know you were paying for, or you may even be double charged for a subscription. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Guys, this is so easy. I use Rocket Money. When I went on, I was floored by the amount of things I was subscribed to. I think we all get caught in like the 2-week free trial, and you tell yourself, oh, I'll cancel this in 2 weeks. And then you forget you put your card in. You're getting those, $8.99s, $4.99, whatever it is, you forget about it. And then it adds up fast. And so when you go in, it's so easy. It lists them all there. You don't have to worry about going onto these companies' websites and trying to find the cancel button, or you have to send emails. They make it so hard. In the Rocket Money app, all you have to do is just press cancel and it's done. You can get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/chicks. Seriously, guys, it could save you hundreds per year. That's rocketmoney.com/chicks.
All right, everyone, we are here with two very special guests. We are joined by Joe Gorga and Frank Catania. We are so happy to have you guys here. I'm already feeling like this is going to be a riot.
Oh, it's going to be. I had to warn him. He came in, he started looking you up and down. I said, hey, stop looking at him. Look, he's checking you out. He undressed you with his eyes.
I felt going to get Frank in trouble.
He's just trying to deflect. That's all he does is deflect.
No, that's what he did. And I'm going to tell your girlfriend. I'm going to tell her now. Right?
Can you imagine if I told Melissa? That's all I had to tell you. Yeah. Melissa, oh my God, I can't believe the way he looked at them. She'd be here.
And you know what? Don't do that because Melissa likes us and we like Melissa.
Right?
That's right. They already know Melissa.
We're
happy to be here. Let's put it that way. We're excited.
Good. Well, we're excited too. We're happy to have you guys. You have a very funny dynamic, the two of you together.
Yes.
We've watched it on Real Housewives of New Jersey. We've watched it on the internet. But I don't know if you guys, there wasn't that much, I feel like, backstory on the show of when you two actually met for the first time.
I'll tell you the story.
Oh my God, that goes way back.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I want to know,
way before the show.
Was it in the 90s? Was it how far back are we going?
I was in high school.
Yeah.
I was in high school, and I was like the cool kid in high school. Like, I was an athlete. I was a football star, a wrestling star, and all the women liked me. And he was just a nerd. He was a nerd.
And now he looks like your security guard.
Yeah, right. That's right. So I'm getting to the story. So he was just like this guy. He was like a loser, and he just and I felt sorry for him. So I grabbed him and I pulled him aside. I said, "Come
That's
here.
exactly
You can
it.
hang with me because I have a good heart. I really do. So everybody.
Were you guys in high school at the same time?
No, he's looking at me. He's like 98.
Honestly, I'm probably, what am I, 15 years older than you?
Yeah, you're
Right?
old. You're
I
old,
am.
man. He's
No,
old. This guy's been, he
it-
just got a colonoscopy the other day.
Hey, I got a colonoscopy last year.
Thank you.
And I'm
Good.
25.
As you should.
Well, you should.
I
you
was
should.
having stomach problems. They found nothing
okay.
wrong.
But that's exactly right.
Right, but you don't have a problem. He's just old.
You know? Joe's
He's
afraid
ancient.
to go. You know why? Not because he's afraid of getting a colonoscopy. Joe's afraid that he's going to enjoy it too much. Okay? All right? That's what it is.
Hey, you never know though.
You know?
Hey, who cares?
You know, why do I need a colonoscopy?
If somebody
He goes, I'll
touches
give one
me-
myself.
Anyone touches me down there, I don't know. I get excited, so it doesn't matter which way.
Okay, so you're in high school and you met Frank.
Yes, I met Frank. No, how we really met, Frank was
Frank was the man at the time. I controlled all the foreclosures, and Joe was trying to get into the foreclosure field.
Okay.
And honestly, he came to me, and for whatever reason,
we
I took
met before that.
Yes, we did. We had met
Like
because
he's trying to just give him a little like clout.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not like him.
But if you want to know how we met,
You
we
know?
met through just the neighborhoods.
Yes.
He grew up in North Halden. I grew up in Patterson, Hard Knocks. He was like, a little white boy in North Halden, and I came around, and we just really hooked up on the streets through friends. And I was, you know how you met at parties. You know, I
Two
was,
Italian guys on the
on the
streets.
streets.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's how we met through. But I was in high school. He was not. He was just becoming a lawyer.
I
Correct?
think yes. Yep.
Yeah, he was an
Yes.
attorney, and then
Yes.
I got right into business. And by the time I was 19, I started flipping homes.
Yes, he did.
And he was a big time attorney at the time, and he had the biggest foreclosure connection at the time. So anything you needed, I would call him up. I said, Frank, I need a couple houses. He's like, okay. That's how many houses he had. He controlled the market.
Yeah.
He was the man. I have to give it to him.
That's it.
I'm gonna give you some
Finally, he's
props.
coming around.
We got that on tape,
There
right?
you go.
Please?
Yep,
Good.
yep,
yep.
Thank
You are.
Thank
There,
you.
there, and there.
All right, good.
And he wouldn't sell to anyone. He had a very small group. So if I call him up, Frank, I need 3 houses. Okay, here. Where you want them? I want here. All right, go look at them. And I go look at them, and I buy them.
Yeah.
And I made money because, he helped me out. Thank you, Frank. That's why I love him.
it.
But we have this amazing relationship. We never argued.
I was going to ask that.
We've been in business. We've had some issues in business, but we never fought. He was my attorney for a very long time, but we were also friends. And that's why what you see is real.
Yeah.
And even if he did something to me today, I would never get mad at him. Never. And he wouldn't even, I can't even say that because you would never even do anything and I could never even do anything, but we would never even look at each
won't
other.
even name a scenario.
Right. We can't even name it because
exactly.
that's an amazing friendship right there. And I mean that. And that's why we vibe the way we do.
We do.
And it was just all natural.
And what you see on the show is natural.
That's beautiful.
None of it's scripted. It's we do have a good time.
And I think especially with New Jersey, though, it is that way that it's so unscripted. I think I've always felt that way. New Jersey was the first one I've ever watched. I think with the other franchises, a little bit can feel not scripted, but contrived, and they close themselves off a little bit. Whereas New Jersey, you're just getting everything. Like you guys,
they try a little too hard.
Yeah, you guys
we don't
don't
have to
care.
try.
Everyone's just letting it out there because I also feel like you can get over things a little bit quicker when you do just let it all out there as well with certain people.
Right. Certain people. Correct.
Yes.
I mean, with the guys are just the guys. I mean, we
We're the same
deal
way,
with
yeah.
the women drama, but then we don't really get mad at each other. We're just cool and we just move on and we have a good time. So
And we are the same. When the cameras are off,
Yeah.
it's the same vibe.
How often are you guys hanging out off camera?
we hang out. We probably hang out the most.
With Joe Beningo too.
And Beningo.
Joe Beningo, Margaret says him.
Yeah. We're the most. But,
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely a couple times a week.
Yeah.
I have to see him, or I have to talk to him.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Joe. You know.
If he doesn't hear from me, he goes, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
Where
Yeah,
are you?"
yeah.
Or I'm
I used
getting him out of trouble some way or another. I really, I mean, and he'll laugh about it. You know, it's like my third
Remember,
child.
he was my attorney,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Always.
and I was crazy. I was younger. I was just a little wild.
Yes, he was.
But now I'm good. I'm tamed. I'm calm.
What are some of the what's one of the biggest things or something that you got him out of trouble with that you can say?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. We were on trial one time. All right? I'm representing Joe. He's on trial. All right. We're up in court and we're in the middle of a trial. We take a recess. I'm his attorney at this time. I'm all dressed up nice. I got my suit on. We go in a back room, and I knew the defendant in the case from previously, so I knew what this guy could do, and he was just getting under Joe's skin. And now we're in the back room, private room like this. He starts boom, punches a hole in the wall. And in the courthouse.
Oh my gosh!
I said, what the fuck did you just do?
How am I supposed to defend you?
Little Hulk smash moment.
Oh my God. And well, not the whole, he's like a miniature Hulk.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's in green today.
right? So I'm like, What are we? Seriously, bro? I said, the officer had to hear us.
Yeah.
So we took a bookcase and we put the bookcase in front of the hole in the wall.
Genius.
Right? And that was it. Then we left.
Yeah.
That's one of the times I had to come.
And how was that case solved?
We
We won.
It took a little while.
It took a while, but we won. That's
Happy
why-
for you guys.
Yeah, right. You know, it was a tough one. Guy was a shady guy.
Yes, he was. He was very shady.
Shady motherfucker.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it sucks
You
when
said
you're
it.
good and somebody's shady, and then you get mad, you get angry, you know.
And that's one thing about listen. Joe's probably the most publicly known of all of us here. All right, of the guys on the show. And the thing is, you do anything, whatever you do, God forbid it's like slightly wrong or even out of the ordinary, it's exacerbated. It's like 10 times.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always 10 times.
Well, can we talk about some of the stories at BravoCon then?
Wasn't that a good transition?
Yeah.
I helped you out with
You
that.
did. That was a layup right there.
You there was one headline where you were referred to as unhinged.
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 Which I said
which
was
one?
which
was
I
like-
said
Yeah.
was like you. You know what I mean? Like it's okay.
It was just like I saw some clips and we could watch. We weren't there, but we saw some videos. I'm like, I was like, that's just Joe's passionate. Like I felt like unhinged was kind of a wild word to
because I
use.
also think unhinged is always bad in people's eyes, where it's like some people are just a little unhinged and maybe it's in a funny way or a passionate way, but when you just hear unhinged, it's like, ooh, bad news.
Yeah, but I wasn't unhinged in any which way.
Yeah.
I don't know the incident they were talking about. I just listen. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Very passionate. Very
and I'm
passionate.
passionate and I'm real.
I feel you.
And I just talk. And when I want to, I don't talk a lot. I really don't. I hold a lot of things in. But when I do talk,
He doesn't talk a lot?
It doesn't.
No, but
really? Joe. Not only we're all laughing at that one.
I just talk on a comedy stage now. That's why I like to do comedy. I like to talk, and I let it out on stage.
You don't mean that you talk about like people's drama or whatever.
Yeah, I never talk. I don't get people's business. I don't.
Come on. I love the guy. That's so much bullshit.
I keep fishing for him to say
so
it
good.
because it's funnier every time.
No, I only talk about it because if I'm on
I only
working
talk
on
about
a
it
show,
4 times a day. I only talk about it because.
He's like, I only talk about it when people ask me.
Exactly.
I give him an answer
all the time.
no. You know how much people. You know how many times I'm talked about for no reason, and so I just sit there. And I walk away.
Yeah.
1,000 times. So that one time I speak, then like, oh my God, this is what he said. Yeah. Well, what the fuck? I've been holding that shit in for how long?
Yeah.
You know. That's
Was BravoCon a positive experience for you guys? Did you have fun, or was it a lot?
I absolutely did.
I mean,
I agree.
Yeah.
Joe works hard. All right, they worked. I gotta be honest with you, they worked us hard. You know, we thought we were gonna go there and have some fun. No, they had.
No, we heard from other people the schedules. We were like, holy crap, that's
11
insane.
o'clock at night. We're getting back to the hotel, and you're worn out. You really are worn out. Overall, I thought it was a great experience. I love it. I love interacting with the fans. I love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I was on the phone with a main producer yesterday because we're doing some show together coming up next week for Bravo, and they were like, "Listen, we're getting all these great things about you at BravoCon. You were amazing with the fans and how you just jumped in. I was just jumping in crowds. It wasn't my appearance." But I just was.
But he doesn't talk a lot.
What happened was, we missed one of our picture. Me and Melissa, we missed our appearance.
Oh, you're missed. Okay.
They brought us in late. We were held up at another event,
Yeah.
so people were waiting online for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We were there for 10 minutes. We had to get pulled to another event on stage. So I felt like there was 400 or 500 people waiting online.
Yeah.
I felt like shit.
Yeah,
I was so
Yep.
I felt terrible. So
Yeah,
then
he
after
did.
that,
I gotta be honest with you, he did. He came to me on that. He goes, "I feel horrible." It wasn't his fault though, because they had him over time
Right.
on something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
so now I took it to another level. I was just walking through curtains and open them, and there was John. And I run out and take 1,000 pictures and just keep on doing that.
Just bounce around.
because I felt bad. People were there 2-hour wait, and then they couldn't.
So many people waited around like all day. It was amazing just to see people that I went to high school with or whatever post on their
Did you
Instagram
really, right?
stories, and I'm like, Oh, they went to BravoCon. Like people are
Everybody
just
loved
so
it. So many people.
And
fucking
waited.
obsessed.
14,000 people.
If you ever came from the hotel to the venue and back and forth, and when you got off at the venue or the hotel, you got the barricades with all the people behind them.
Yeah.
And that's why when I got off, and my girlfriend was with me the whole time there, she's like, "Oh my God, isn't it tiring?" I stop. I go say hello to everybody, and he does it. Joe does as well.
Yeah.
If they're sitting there for hours, come on, the least you could do is go over, take pictures, hug them, and everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Where did you meet your girlfriend?
I trained her.
Okay.
I was training her. She was in the bodybuilding shows. Well, at that time, bikini shows, and for about 6
He's
years.
a dirty dog. That's all he does. He trains her and then he gets the girl. You know, I mean,
That's very
you're the
stereotypical.
teacher. You don't do that. Not the students.
I didn't. I can't control her feelings, her desires. What do you want me to do? All right. You know?
How does she feel about the show and everything?
She loves the show. All right.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she really is.
Right.
She's so optimistic. She's so laid back, but she got thin skin. So production has been asking to get her on the show for the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
And she won't go on because she got thin skin, and she didn't want to be the one that the rest of the world thinks is the reason Dolores and I are not together.
Right.
All right. So, but
Very fair, because that is like
Yes.
everybody
And
who
because
watches.
you guys are close, everyone always
Right?
wants roots for you
Exactly,
guys.
right?
Yeah.
But it's
There were
but
600 other women before her. So
Yeah.
they were the reason.
Someone did come up to her, and it's funny because someone did say to her, "Well, aren't you worried about what about Frank's past?" All right, and her answer, it was funny. She saw it on Instagram, but she didn't take it up herself. She was basically, she was like, "I was in kindergarten in Frank's past."
Yeah.
She goes, "I could really care less." All right.
Yeah.
But no, she's good. So we started dating. We've been together now for a little over 3 years.
Yeah.
All right. But she's known Dolores for 10.
Yeah.
Right? So, and this year she did. She came on the show a few times this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So
she's
we're
sweet.
gonna
She's
see her next
awesome.
year.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. I was just, as we were walking up, I was like, I love Brittany.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Continue. Go ahead. And I don't understand what she's doing with you. That's what you said. As we're walking here.
I go, poor girl, man.
Right?
She doesn't even know what she's into.
It's been a couple years now, though.
Yes,
so
it is.
So
Yes.
it's working.
Absolutely.
And she and Dolores get along, and
Absolutely.
everybody's.
100%.
What's your relationship status like with Dolores' significant other?
Much better.
Better?
Honestly,
Okay.
much better. It's yeah.
Joe.
But Paulie's Irish.
Yeah.
He's not.
Clash. Hey.
He's not a loving Italian.
There's a lot. It's very funny because
honestly,
there's
it is-
so many from where we grow up, there's so many Irish Catholics and so many Italian, and it's like
Right.
so we have the friends and we see the relationships, and it is funny because it's the same for the guys.
Exactly
Like
right.
it's
It
You know?
is. It's
He's
so
not.
funny how, like, when you are, because we both are Italian Catholic
Yeah.
families, and like my parents' reactions to other people's families or relationships or things are like, how are they doing that? I'm like, not everybody's like us. I don't know. I don't know how they're doing
And
that.
that's exactly the way Paulie. And all I wanted him to do is give me a chance. The more you're around Dolores and I, the more you'll see. Just it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
All right.
That takes
So-
some time.
It does. It
He'll
does.
be all right.
And
He's an
it's
old
got-
school
it's got-
guy.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's got old school morals.
But it's gotten much better. It's gotten much
Yeah,
better.
because now he's realizing that he's all show. He's
Yeah.
nothing else. He's got nothing between his legs. He can't perform. He can't do anything. So I mean, he's getting to realize that. Look at this guy. He's a monster. But well, look, he barely can walk. He's old. Can't even get a hard on. He's the pump. So boy, he don't give a shit anymore.
we just went over this in the other room with the pump.
He's got a pump.
He loves to bring this up.
Fat
doesn't
cat.
he?
Fat
Yeah.
cat's got
Yeah.
the pump on his sneaker, right? He's got the same one.
Yeah, he's got the pump on his sneaker to make him taller.
Yeah.
Yes, Frankie. Good one.
Yeah.
You said that he has old school morals, but wouldn't you say you have old school morals?
I'm old school,
Yeah.
but I'm so modern. I'm so different now. I am. I mean, I've changed. I mean, it's a different world now. And my girlfriend's got a boyfriend. I'm like, all right, come on. I'm like, go, bring him in. Sit on the couch with us. Come on. Come on, sit right here.
Your girlfand's got a boyfriend.
I mean, my daughter.
Oh,
My daughter.
yeah,
My daughter.
Your girlfriend- I was like, wow, you really
Yeah.
are progressive.
See, I'm
Like,
confused.
He
Just-
really has changed his morals.
I'm like, oh, you better let Melissa.
Yeah,
She'll be
we
here
gotta
in 2 seconds.
leave
I
that
start-
out.
I start talking about my daughter and boyfriend. I'm all fucked up, but no. But I'm different. I'm cool. I'm different now. I do have old school morals, and that's what makes I love my old school morals
Yeah.
because that's what makes me so good and genuine and lovable. I mean.
How
that,
was
so.
meeting your daughter's boyfriend?
Is he was he scared of you?
Yeah, they're all scared of me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little story. I'm gonna tell you a real quick little story.
There you go.
Okay, this is the type of guy I am, right? So I'm home. I'm sitting on the couch, and I see lights, red lights through the windows. A car going slow, and I hear the dog. So I get up off the couch and I look, and there's no street lights in my neighborhood, dark. So I'm looking, I can't see anything, and I see something, choom, like a flash. But I go back down, I sit back on the couch. Same thing, I see the red lights come by again through the window, and the dog's going crazy. Because the dog, I have this Pomeranian. They hear everything.
They're yappy.
Back in the day, the Chinese
small dogs.
when they had the war, they used to have the Pomeranians. They could hear the troops coming, and they would come. So that start barking. So I get up and I look out the window again, and I see the car all the way in the corner hiding with the lights on, and I see people running. I run right to the closet because each closet has a baseball bat in every corner of my house, everywhere. Grab the bat and I check this out. I come running out of the house. Let's do this, mother! Look how sick this is. I come running out, and I'm thinking something because
someone's trying to like break into your house or
what's happening
steal
is,
your car.
Yes, in Bergen County, they're coming around. The theft is up
Stealing the cars.
50%.
I know.
My neighbor, they just walked into his backyard.
They're just going into
They
things,
came through the door. The door was open.
Seen it on all the Ring cameras.
Yes,
exactly.
My best friend just had her. They pulled. They're in Short Hills. They pulled in. They were taking out the groceries, and they left the door open, and they followed them from the grocery store.
Yep.
They didn't realize took the car.
They took the car.
And when they came back to get the rest of the groceries, they were like, "Where the fuck's the car?"
Yeah, it happened to me twice.
Yeah.
And my neighbor, they went in their house. My next door neighbor, they went in the house. They walked in through the back door. They took the purse, woman's purse, and they left. Right. So now
shit.
you know you're thinking all this, right? So I come out,
Grab the baseball bat.
I got the baseball. Now I run outside. I'm like this. Let's do this, motherfuckers! And I'm running. I'm running, and all of a sudden I'm see somebody's running out of the bushes and running. And I'm chasing them. And normally, I run right up to the car. And normally, I like take the bat and I fling it, and I break the back window. That's how crazy I am. I'm used to this, right? No, really, because
It's a trick. It's your trick.
So I'm running. I get closer.
Sounds like something that he has done before.
It's his thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
grew up
his
in
move.
Patterson.
It's his move.
Everybody's always stealing stuff. So I run up to the car, and I'll go with the bat next to the window, and it's a little kid with his pants. He's got his pants completely off, and he's got his butt right in my face.
God.
And then I looked to the driver's seat, and it was a mom, and it was Goosey night, and they were doing that. They were coming around and putting, where they put a pepperoni. This is what they do in like suburban areas.
Yeah.
They put pepperoni at your door, and they ring the doorbell and run.
Oh, yeah.
They goose you.
Yeah.
They put toilet
There's
paper.
so many different words. Ghosting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. So here I am. So I run up and I see this kid's ass right in front of me. There's all little kids. Get out of here! Let's get out of here! There's 3 kids. They're going nuts. Oh my God! There's a mom. I look and I turn around and I just start walking away, and I'm laughing under my. I'm like, oh my God! But
The mom was driving the kids around to
Yeah,
do
to
this
do
to other
the goose-
people's
Really?
house.
The 12-year-olds.
No,
The
I know.
You said you saw a little kid's ass, and then a mom. I was like, was a mom hooking up with one of the kids?
No, 'cause
That's
she
where
was-
my head went. I'm like,
I
that's
like
sick.
that. No, he ran.
No,
What
the
happened
mom
was-
was helping the 12-year-olds prank people.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God.
There's always one mom like that.
Yeah,
There's always one
the
mom
moms,
like
no,
that.
the parents do it in this
Yeah,
town.
yes,
They
yes.
drive them around, and this is what they do. So the kid, what
And
happened
it's
was
also
he
the
was
same mom that
he
hooked
was
up with the kids.
yeah, he was running so fast that he had sweatpants on. They fell off him. I don't know. They were running like crazy. They got in the car. The mom right away texts my wife, calls my wife. She goes, "Oh my God, your husband almost killed my kids."
Oh,
She goes, he goes, we were just goosing his house, and the kids in the background. Oh my God, they're all crying. And he goes, "That's why you don't ghost famous people." But they were full of mud.
Oh my
Because the one
God.
side of my house is under construction. They were hiding in the mud. Oh, it was a disaster.
So then
poor kids.
your daughter's boyfriend hears that story and is like,
yeah, the whole town knows. But
Yeah.
this is, there's stories like that. And they're like, this guy's crazy. But I'm really not crazy. I mean, I was protecting my family, not my house.
Yeah.
That's not
Antonia
crazy.
is how high school, late senior?
She's a senior now. Yeah.
so you sit down with her boyfriend for the first time.
Yeah. And
Nice.
listen, he's very nice. He's actually a tall kid. He's like 6'4" or something.
He plays football, right?
Plays football,
That
nice
is
kid.
tall.
Yeah, so for me as a dad, you look at him like, and you look at it in their eyes, and you son of a bitch, like, what are you thinking? What do you think? And I'm sitting there looking at him like, and he's trying to tell me, Mr. Gorga, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good, you know. And it takes a minute because you know, and you're like, are you touching my daughter? You want to ask? Did you kiss her? Like, what do you think? Do you look? Do you look at her?
Don't even ask those questions or think about it.
But you know,
can't ask or think about those
I
questions.
know. So now I'm becoming. So people are you old
She's
school?
a senior in high school.
Yeah. Correct. So now I'm starting to say, okay, you want him to come? Want Will to come over? He can come over.
Do you let him sleep over?
No, sleep over. I mean, he could. If we go to the shore house and he wants to sleep over, he can sleep. We'll sleep on the couch together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
she's a senior.
I don't know. I'm just wondering.
They go in the
Did you
basement.
have boyfriend sleepover?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
But they go in the basement together.
Yeah.
I got cameras down there, but they go down there.
Do you have cameras in your basement?
I do.
I'm sure you did.
I have cameras not because of that.
Yes, but
to protect.
Do you shut them off when they go down there?
Well, honestly, I don't look at
Okay.
them. But just so we have a lot of liquor there. If something happens,
Right.
It's for protection.
Just protection of you guys. Yeah.
For us, yes.
I remember my dad when he met my boyfriend. They were like, he was like, oh, let's have a drink, whatever, and he was like, you know, I'm not the type of dad to like scare my daughter's boyfriend. Like I remember when my wife's dad did that to me, and I was like, all right, now you're trying to sound like almost too cool. Like we get it. Like you don't have to scare him, but.
Let's not be friends.
Well, I don't blame them. We don't know how to act. We're trying. We're trying. It's tough. You're baby girls. I mean, we've been there. We've done it. Right? He's not, you know.
I was going to say, I don't know. How do you handle it, Frank?
I don't have to.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? My daughter is such a badass.
Yeah.
She can handle herself. She is tough. Dolores is probably the toughest chick I've ever met. You know, she fights like a dude.
Yeah, she does.
And she does. I mean, the hardest, and I've been in many fights in my life. The hardest I've ever got punched by is by Dolores. Yeah. Right. And my daughter has done MMA. She's done jiu-jitsu. She's done it all. And seriously, she's not someone I have to worry about.
Yeah.
I got to worry more about my son.
Yeah.
Get his feelings hurt from these women. Right? Seriously, that's what I got to worry about. Because he's so nice.
He's
you
a
know?
good kid.
So listen, my daughter, I said to my daughter, Gab, listen, don't you ever fight. Don't you ever start a fight. But if someone starts a fight with you, you make sure that they know that they made a mistake and never come back again. And Dolores is standing there. So I said, you make sure they're down. You make sure they don't come back again. And Dolores in the background. And you fucking stomp on her like she's on fire. Right?
Hey.
That's Dolores.
You got to protect yourself. My dad
Dolores.
always said to me, like, once again, don't start a fight. But if somebody ever comes at you, you grab them by the hair and you don't stop punching.
Don't. Exactly.
One time I got punched in the face at a bar and I didn't do anything. Like this girl just punched me in the face. I didn't do anything because she was a lot, you know, I was going to get fucked up by her if I did anything. I knew that. And I came home, my like lip was all fucked up and it was late at night, so my parents didn't see me. The next morning they saw me and I told them what happened. My dad was like, if you fought back, you wouldn't be in trouble. But since you didn't fight back, now you're in trouble.
Exactly.
And I was like, what?
No,
I was like,
I
in
agree.
what world
I agree 100%.
is this happening?
No,
like
he's
he
right.
was like, we're going to the cop, like this whole thing. And I was like, I didn't do, and he was like, no, but if you would have, you clearly can't protect yourself. So now you're in trouble. I was like,
Good.
what?
Yes.
No, but he's right. He's right.
Absolutely.
Because she'll do it again.
It was so backwards, but I was like, all right, I guess I know. And I mean, it never happened again, but I was like, I guess I know
Coming
now.
from an Italian family? For sure.
I just was like, when he always said that to me, I always thought he was kidding. And I was like, I guess he was like, I wasn't kidding. And I was like, all right, noted. Got it now.
Yeah, he's right. Because they'll just do it again. She'll come around and punch you again.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Mm-hmm.
They
He's
just
right.
bully you.
He's right.
It's like all these bullies on social media. That's what they do.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Don't get
Bullies.
me started.
Bullies.
Oh.
Everybody's a bully today.
Yeah. How are you dealing with all the noise? Because there's a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of noise for you and your marriage and your family.
Listen,
for the last few months, I would say now, right?
Listen, they can do, for all the haters out there and all the people that do that noise, they're wasting their time. Because at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know who my wife is. I know who my kids are. I know everything. It doesn't bother me. It goes in one ear and out the other. You know, so they're just wasting. They're sitting there. Okay, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, just keep doing it. I actually like it because they're gonna sit there and they'll put out like 50 messages. Okay, I mean, I've never ever put one bad message about anyone. I've never
You
commented.
did teach me that. You did to me.
Yeah.
Because he was on the show long before I was, and you get these text messages for no reason. They got haters.
Right, right.
And,
Not,
you know,
don't
and
engage.
I engaged.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
he said, absolutely not. Cut it. And last time I ever engaged.
Yeah.
Last time.
Listen, I've never responded. I
And
think
you realize
maybe,
it probably helped you, right? Like
Oh,
when you engage, you got even more mad because they come back
Yes.
with something. Whereas if you just ignore it totally, it's just
I'm sure that's so
goes
hard
in
though.
one ear and
Like
out the other,
especially if you
They talk
hear
about our
stories
kids.
about your kids,
Yes.
your
Yes.
marriage, all these things, you want to like put stuff out. Like I'm sure Melissa feels the same way too. You want to like say,
You
well,
wanna
this
say
is really what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
right, and you want to say something. Sometimes you're like, oh, what? And if they keep going with it, but there's lies. There's lies everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just got to just have thick skin.
Yeah.
And especially in this business,
Right.
if you don't, they'll eat you alive.
It's also so easy for people to make stuff up. I mean, we see it all the time. I've seen stuff made up about us before or
the
something,
time.
and you're
All
just
the
like,
time.
and you wanna, but then you're like you said, you can't talk about everything. You just have to know with your people in your life that you guys are good, and as long as that's fine, then like who really cares? Because at the end of the day, those people are thinking about you for like a second of their life and then continuing their own lives as well. Whereas then you think about that comment way longer.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
But it also comes from someone who's got no followers, no,
Right.
no pictures, no followers.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I call them a keyboard,
hide.
a keyboard
Yeah.
warrior.
And
Yeah,
there's a
you
lot
hide.
and there's a lot of people you'll be shocked that you know them and they're just secreted doing it. And there's people that
Well, there
we
was
work with.
I'm watching Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is
Yes.
on right now. And she's not a full-time housewife, but she's a friend, and she's a friend with all the women. And she was fighting with some of the other housewives, and her husband made an account and like had commented
They found out?
about
They found out? Did they
yeah,
really?
Wow. And he like owned up to it. He was like,
Oh my God.
made
Wow.
this account. And I wrote this message to defend my wife, and it was the wrong thing to do. But it was like, that was crazy for them because they're like, you think you don't know these people. You always say like, oh, these people, they don't know me. And they were like, we are out with you all the time.
Right? Oh my God.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
crazy.
On our show, and that's happening on our show, 100%. I just don't take the time to investigate. And I don't
Yeah.
care.
Well, we've seen on Beverly Hills, too.
we know who are doing it. We know they're trying to put bad messages and trying to antagonize. But little do they know, I barely read it. I don't give a shit. and if I really see Salt Lake City, they probably had the time to investigate and do what they did, and they found out I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't. Keep trying. Keep doing what you're saying. They're trying so hard. People try so hard to hurt me.
Yeah.
It's people that we work with, right? And I don't know why, because I'm the type of guy, if you're doing something wrong to me or my wife, I'm gonna react.
Yeah.
I am in a good way. I'm just gonna I defend my family. That's what I do.
Yeah. What do you think the future of the show is gonna look like? Like, what you guys have you started filming a new season?
No. We start probably June, right? June, July.
Probably
I don't
June.
know. Yeah.
Oh, so you have
so that's
a
a
pretty long
long
time.
while.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's
you
in
guys
editing
finished now, and then we'll watch whatever this
January.
next season when that comes out.
When
And
was the last time you filmed? You filmed.
I don't know.
now. I don't know, a couple months ago.
a few months.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
September,
So you
September.
probably have a decent amount of time until the next stuff goes, but everything from what we know ended a little tumultuously. So it's like,
yeah.
how do you know how do you pick up and keep going?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
This reunion is going to
Yeah,
be very interesting.
Yeah.
it's a
Very
bad-
interesting.
Right. Oh, right. Because of course you haven't even filmed those things
No,
yet.
we
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
done
The
this
reunion.
yet.
What?
Oh, you haven't
you
done the
normally
reunion.
film a reunion halfway through a season, or
than that.
more
Probably
towards
like
the end?
3/4.
The end.
The end. More towards the end. Okay.
The end. Yeah.
So that'll be coming up in a
Yeah.
few months too.
Yeah, and then you know what sucks is when you work with people that are dirty and they lie. That's what sucks. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we're on a TV show. It's a reality show. I mean, all right. You want to, while we're filming, if you want to throw a dig so you can have a little drama, okay. It's what happens after the show.
Right.
The digging, the lying, the
Which
bots.
seems to be happening a lot
Yeah.
more these
That's-
days.
that's-
It feels like
Yes.
a
Yeah.
lot of stuff
Yes.
off camera, and then they don't know how to bring it on camera, and the viewer's confused because you're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, and the ones that, and I, listen, here's a classy guy right here, and we're good people. We do this. we work, we do our show, and we go home. We're done. We go home to our family. Like my wife, she's awesome because same thing. She works, she films, and that's it. But there's people that live and die to shit, and they forget about their family, and they just dig and try and let's write and let's get a group together and let's they're like bots, let's comment, and they'll try to meet this person, try to meet that person. They're sad. They're fucking sad. Go get happy, man. Go have sex with your partner or something. Go do something. You know what I mean? But it's disgusting. You kind of get caught in this element. You know?
I think we see that with a lot of people. I think we saw it with Lisa Rinna this season on Beverly Hills as well, where I think Andy even insinuated to her, like, what are you doing on social media? Like, I think, you just get wrapped, like you said, they get wrapped up in this life and forget that there is a life actually out of this reality show. Correct. Even though it's a reality show, there's also real life that has no cameras.
That's right. That's why I get up.
The public sees.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm sure you saw Lisa. Lisa got booed on stage.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, and everybody. The problem is the fans. They believe what they hear.
Yes, they do.
Everything.
It's sad. Don't believe everything you hear.
Right.
So I exit right out. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I continue to build my real estate, my development buildings. I got on TV. It's my 13th year. I don't stop. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. I'm still doing.
Where do you come up with your motivational quotes for Instagram?
Oh, it's just
everybody asking that.
my head. I've had believe it or not, there's a lot of Italian quotes. If you're Italian, it's said in a different way. And my father was the one that really had all these sayings, and he told me in Italian, and they're kind of like if you twist them in English, they're a little different, and that's what I live by. A lot of quotes and stuff I like and whatever. And if Frank pisses me off that day and he does some shit, I just put it out on. I'm like, don't be a Fran or whatever the hell I say. And I put it out there. And then he'll call me up. Are you mad at me? I'm like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
I'm just happy he has a shirt on these days. Normally you get the quote.
With the shirt
off.
With the shirt off.
Exactly.
Well, we're getting into winter time, so your sweaters and you're not as many boat picks. But you continuing with all that noise, there's a video that I think we saw that was behind the scenes of like somebody, perhaps Jennifer, throwing a drink or getting into a little. You guys were at the hotel.
Yeah.
What the heck happened there?
Well, what happened was everything that you heard is a lie.
Okay.
Honestly, so.
That's where the Unhinged title came from.
Correct. So, I mean, and what's crazy is there was a video.
Yeah.
And whatever you heard Jennifer's assistant say, it was all lies. And, what happened was she threw a drink at what was it? Tom, Melissa's assistant, our assistant.
I think we've met Tom.
Tom, you met Tom.
He's been in here before.
Innocent. He's never been in an altercation all his life.
Yeah.
You know what I think he said to her? He said, "Your furniture. That's why your furniture sucks, or it was ugly, or something like that." But Frank was there. I mean, she sat there, and this is what we were saying before. It's all the lies that people hear and how people want to hurt you.
I think she tried to say also that it was like it was water. So it was like, she didn't throw a drink. It was water, but it's like it's still a drink. Still a drink. They're still throwing liquid in a glass.
Correct.
Or it was a glass. I think she tried to say too. Huh?
Right. And her assistant got on there, and she was vulnerable, and she was by herself, and she was all this, and she threw a drink. And the story's out there that she threw a drink on me, and I was saying these vulgar things to her. No. First of all, I was 50 feet away with my wife. Frank Catania was there. He'll answer. I'll tell my story first. I was 50 feet away. Jennifer likes to dig a lot, and she gets involved in my family business, and then Melissa did say something to her, like when she was walking by, hey, whatever. And it would have been nice if, who cares, and if Jennifer would have went back at her, shut up, a little housewife thing, and they just, whatever,
banter.
Keep walking. All right, I'm walking. Screw you. And she got in her elevator. She went upstairs.
Yeah.
But Jennifer is not like that. As you can see, right? If you watched her on the TV show, right?
Yeah.
Through the years, she drinks a lot. She's violent. She throws things. She breaks glasses. She wants to stab you with it. She throws knives. I mean, this is who she is. She's crazy. Picture her in real life. That's edited. Right? So she was in the thing. She was flipping out. I yelled some stuff because I'm like, shut up or whatever. Because she was just out of her mind, crazy. So the drink was never thrown at me because I was 50, 60 feet away on the other side of the hotel. She threw the drink at Tom because she was out of control, like to the point where you had it was embarrassing, yelling from the top of her lungs like a maniac. And it's like, she's out there trying to say Joe Gorga this, Joe Gorga that, this. It's almost like she's trying to cancel me, right? She's trying so hard, and her bots, and they're putting out all these messages. And what's sad is, I forgot my point. Yeah, what's sad is that, her assistant goes out and they say all these things. She doesn't drink. She's not drinking. She was drinking water. No, she gets obliviated.
Yeah.
She drinks a lot, and it's just. And Frank, you were there. You can clarify. He was the one that.
Tell him, Frank. Back me up.
I don't want to.
I wasn't. I gotta be honest. Up until coming back to the hotel, I wasn't with Joe and Melissa, and I wasn't with Jennifer. I was outside, like I said before. I love talking to the fans, so I'm going up and down talking to the fans. I walk inside, I just hear screaming. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah. All right. Then I hear Jennifer over to my left, and I see Joe and Melissa over to my right, and I see the Tom, the assistant, closer, and I see some kind of an altercation. I hear screaming and yelling. Joe was never there close to Jennifer. I'm used to this. I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm used to this. Now security's standing, there's 3 security guards between Jennifer and everybody else. And I'm trying to get through to Jennifer, and they're not letting me through. I'm like, guys, do me a favor. I'm used to this. All right? Let me do. So you get to Jennifer, and Jennifer, she was hot. And they yelling back and forth. And listen, Jen, get in the elevator. Just get in the elevator. Finally, after a little prodding, got her in the elevator. And tried to diffuse the situation. All right. They were never there. Thank God there was never close contact between any of them. All right.
Well, if there was, Jennifer, we throw in hands because that's who she is. I mean, she's a mother of 5 children. She condones violence, and now she's going to take this. No, she really does. It's sad, and she'll take this and she'll go crazy with this. She'll be like, "Oh, Joe Gorga did it," and it's really like, it's sad, and and then you're out there.
Do you think she does a lot of it because she feels like she has to that there's teams between?
Well, she's definitely on her team. This is what they think. It's a team, and I don't know who created teams, but there's teams, and it's sad because that's my sister.
Yeah.
And am I upset? 100%. That's my sister. Don't get involved with family.
Right.
Don't. It's almost like she antags it. She grows on it that we fight because helps her storyline. She's with Teresa. I mean, it's sad, but so I'm a little angry at that. That's my sister.
Yeah.
If any good friend, listen to me very clearly. Any good friend will tell you, stop. What are you doing? That's your brother. Let's go. Be together.
Right.
Not fuel the fire.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man.
Yeah.
What you think I'm not angry about that? You don't think my wife's not angry about that? This is a family. That's my only sister, but she feels it. She's lighting the match, and but she wants to sit there. Oh, I was vulnerable. We didn't. No, come on. She's a tough girl, man. She'll throw, she'll swing, she'll do whatever she wants.
And that's where people get confused with the real life and the reality show. And this is actually your family, not just a friend. It's, that's blood.
It makes this show, like we said, it's why this show's so different from all the other ones, because there is such a actual element of real life. It's not... You can't. A lot of people, they can film their show, they can go home, they can never see these people again if something were to happen. But you don't want that to be the case.
No.
So it's crazy. But yeah, that really did blow up.
Oh yeah, it blew up, and then it blew up after on social media. And she sits there with 10, 15, 20 different bots accounts, and they deliver, and it's all they're saying all this stuff, and they're wasting their time. Go out and live your life, man. You're wasting your time.
Yep.
And the people that do believe things, okay, bye. I mean, what am I gonna say? Bye. I don't want you anyway. Know who I am. Believe in me. I've been here in your face for 12 years. You're telling me I haven't screwed up in 12 years, right? I've been
right.
You gotta. If you were a bad person or you've done things, it comes out. You can only last so long.
You get weeded out pretty fast.
In the public eye.
Especially on these shows.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
But even in normal life, you cannot.
You can't hide for that long.
You can't hide.
Yeah.
You can't. It comes out to your normal nature.
Yeah.
You know. But when you're provoked, you're always provoked, and it's not just that moment. It's, you're at BravoCon and you're hearing that she's talking. She's constantly the Gorgas, the this about my wife, and and with my sister and digging. Yeah, that's personal to me. That's my sister.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I love her to death. I want to make peace. It hurt me not going to the wedding and all, but for her, Jennifer's like, hey, yes, this is what I live for. Come on, Teresa, your brother, he's a bitch boy. All right, yeah, okay, all right. Well, who cares?
Yeah,
it's sad. It sucks, man. If you think, just watch what I have to deal with.
Yeah,
right. It's pressure. The pressure is maybe one day I do snap, because how can you hold it in as much as you possibly? People just attacking you. You're like a dartboard out there.
It's easy to say, like, just ignore her and then focus on your family, but you almost just can't.
I would ignore if she wasn't involved with my family.
Right.
Yeah.
I could ignore her. She's just like everyone else on the internet that's a loser. Honestly, I just ignore her. But sometimes it takes it to the next level. You have a brother, I have sisters, right? You both have,
both of us.
He does. I mean, and you have an instigator in the middle. Sad. You would be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
My friends are there. Hey, that's your sister. Family's family.
Right.
Let's try to work it out.
All the time.
All the time. He's like, just work it out. Right.
Well, you've always seen Dolores have that opinion on the show too.
Always.
For all the years she's been friends with both. She says the same thing too. She's like, she always brings it back, like, you guys are family. Let's.
It was horrible.
So
I can tell you something. We went to the wedding, and the wedding was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It was beautiful. And the fact that Joe wasn't there, and to put aside all the other rumors, Joe never asked me not to go to the wedding.
Yeah.
All right? He never asked me. I told him I was going to the wedding. Didn't have a problem with it. In fact, didn't even ask me about it afterwards. Didn't want to talk about it. But to see her walk down the aisle without him by her side, all right, and it pulls on your heart a little bit, because you're not going to get it back.
Yeah.
You're not going to, you can't relive it.
Right.
It's very emotional. I remember we were emotional, but as a complete outsiders,
right.
we were, emotional about it too.
Think about what you're an outsider. Imagine me, right? Now we're on a national scale. We're on a TV show, right? Then you have an instigator that's always there, making it worse, honestly, right? And tell me, can I hold my cool? Once in a while, I can scream and yell, right?
Yeah.
I got to let it out somehow.
Yeah.
Right? Think about that. No.
He doesn't talk a lot.
No.
Oh, bullshit.
He does let it loose. I mean, but even during the season on TV, Joe's, it gets boiling to a point. Like the one time your brother-in-law, Joe Judice, beat you up. Remember that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he beat you up.
We just talked about
Frank,
this.
I can't believe you just brought that up.
Okay,
I can't believe you just brought that up. That is so funny.
All right, so we're spoiling a little bit for our episode on Monday. We do a trivia game every Monday where we
play
have
with
fans of the show, and we play against them. And
it's about pop culture trivia.
Yeah, pop culture trivia. And one of the questions today was, what did Joe call Teresa that caused the infamous Joe and Joe brawl?
Oh.
And they were like, both of us were like, God, we can't remember.
Yeah,
we can't remember.
What, you guys got to play that game?
I mean, it's not Bravo trivia.
No,
it's just all around trivia.
It's like, and we've never like, it's Bravo, it's Disney, it's celebrities,
it's just a whole mixture of things. Somebody
sent
that question in.
Somebody submitted
that
question.
We didn't even remember that.
But it's just funny that is funny. You said that.
No, but Joe even jokes about it. And Joe puts a light on it. It happened. It's over with, and he tries to make better. And Joe jokes about it.
That was my first day of filming.
Yeah, that was. It was
so everybody
season
says,
5.
"Why would you?"
A long time ago.
But everybody thinks like you go on a reality show.
I don't remember that clearly. But I guess.
No, but everybody's like, you this reality show is ruining your family. No, I went on a show to fix our family, and you know what? We got fixed. We were good.
Yeah, you were.
People have. There are so many family problems that don't happen on reality shows. So
correct.
I think.
But what's good about the show, they make us get together and talk.
Right.
Come on, we need this scene. You gotta sit down and talk to your sister.
Yeah.
Okay, and
at the end of the day, like one of you was going to be on reality TV. Like it wasn't like the whole family was going to step away from reality TV. It was like somebody was always going to be involved with the show.
Right, and even if I was the first one involved, I would bring my sister on.
Right.
100%.
Yep.
I would. I don't care because
Yeah.
let's all do it together.
That is true that you guys are forced to face each other, whereas maybe if there wasn't a thing, you guys would just go without talking and never address anything. So
We would probably never
that's
talk.
Italian families.
Yeah.
Right. We would you would probably never talk because it's like,
both
really
stubborn.
But at least on the show, at least let us talk. Let's air it out. And then we were good.
Yeah.
But then now another person got in the mix. There's somebody else involved that kind of like ruined the family. But I'm not going to talk about it.
Exciting season. You guys are going to, let me tell you, the season coming up, you're going to like it.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be watching, and we hope that, you guys maybe do have some forced moments where you have to talk it out, and it ends in a positive way.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We'll see.
What's your guys' show like? Because you did the show together at Caroline's.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
Awesome.
That honestly, that was a good. I've never been a comedian before, nor have I ever intended to be a comedian. Except I woke up one morning and saw on Instagram, Joe Gorga at Caroline's.
Fucked up?
No, they said guest star Frank Catania. I swear, this is so true. Are you kidding me? I call him, Joe. Is a mistake here? No, bro. I said, what do you mean? No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Go on for 5 minutes before me, this and that. I said, Joe, are you fucking serious? All right? Yeah. Joe, how much are you getting paid for it? No, it'll be fun.
It's so full.
I said, so I'm not getting paid? No, come on, we'll hang out, this and that. I said, okay. But I got to be honest, I enjoyed it.
No, it was awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Listen, he's never been on. And he went up there and goes, Joe, I'm doing 3 to 4 minutes. Right? Up there for 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
You're having a blast. When you get that reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a friendly crowd.
He did awesome. You really did.
Thank you.
I mean, he really did.
It was fun.
Do you remember the show you did at Caroline's where you were really fucked up?
Was it Caroline's?
No, it was.
No, it wasn't
No, not Caroline's. It was
you were somewhere in
Syracuse.
no, it was
yeah.
my parents.
No, I
my
thought it
family was
was-
there.
Governors.
Long Island.
Governors.
Governors.
Yes.
Because your family was
my
there.
family
Long
was there.
Island.
Oh, they were there? I'm
Yeah.
going back there. I'm going to do give him a new show because, you know what I did?
It was the
I took
allergy
Sudafed.
meds.
Yeah, we
allergy
talked to your
medicine.
wife about it.
I
She
didn't
said we talked about it last time she was here.
No, I was. You know
I
what happens
remember.
when
Yeah.
I get sick? I overdose on whatever because I don't want to be sick and I work a lot. So, and I was taking Sudafed and those tabs you buy Zinc, Zac, I don't know, whatever.
Yep.
Airborne,
yeah.
and Sudafed, and I was shooting Sudafed throughout that every 2 hours. So now I'm feeling a little better. So I get to the show. And they're like, "You want to have a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah." People were coming back there, very great people.
Yeah.
Taking pictures. So here I am, I'm drinking Johnny Black. One drink, 2 drinks. You know me, I could drink 2 little drinks, no big deal. They're like, "Joe, you're up." I remembered everything until I walked on that stage. No, I walked on the stage and I went to put my drink. Like how comedians put their drinks on
the stool. Yep.
Fell. And I don't remember anything else. So I'm up there and I'm like,
It was bad.
I'm up there.
We had a
I'm
mutual
high.
friend.
Basically, I'm
No,
high.
yeah, because allergy medicine does do that.
With
I'm-
liquor on top of it.
Yeah, I did
yeah.
have an experience. Well, when I took, I think it was Claritin or Sudafed, and I took 2. I didn't know you were only supposed to take
exactly,
1 or
yeah.
whatever it was,
Yes.
1 every 24 hours, or it was like Claritin or whatever. And then I drank, and it was maybe the first time I ever blacked out where I literally was I just couldn't puking, whatever, and I was like, what did I do differently? And I was like, oh my God, I took 2 things of that, which, So I believe you.
Listen, I was up there and I never get drunk. He'll tell you I could drink. I'm like,
He's right.
I don't get drunk.
No.
I don't know what's the matter with me, but I really don't. But then I'm up there and I don't remember anything. They're telling me, I'm telling them, sit down. No, hold on. The punchline's coming.
Well, because everyone was like, "What? We never heard the rest of the story." Because you kept saying, you kept repeating.
Really?
My
wasn't
parents
there.
were like, if
I
you ever
wasn't
see
there
Joe
for that one.
Gorga again, ask him what the rest of that fucking story was, because we never heard it.
I'm coming back, and that's why now they could download me. I'm going live. on
Yes.
Friday.
So this is airing Friday. So
Friday.
everyone listening tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
Okay.
Friday,
Yeah.
November 11th, you can stream it live. Go to my therealjoegorga.com. Now you can sit home on a couch with your husband, your wife, your partner, your dog, your cat, whatever, your bird, whatever you do, and just watch it on TV, which is cool,
Very cool.
Or you're home on your phone or computer, and you're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Where are you physically going to be? Like, where's the show?
Show is in in
Red Bank.
Red Bank, New Jersey,
Nice, okay.
at the
Count
Basie Theater. That's why I have him here.
Do you plan on doing it
Frank,
again? Another show?
Also moonlighting as your manager.
I'm gonna sign him on stage every time he forgets something.
Listen, he could say whatever he wants. He loves it.
You think he'll do it again, though?
Frank Catania.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Yes, he will.
With maybe with him, with Joe together. It's just that it's fun. You know?
As a guest.
The people
Yes,
love you.
yes,
I
as
saw
a
those.
guest.
I saw a lot of
I
big
got a standing
BravoCon
ovation.
standing ovation.
Standing
Frank-
ovation?
Yeah.
Standing ovation.
Yeah.
It was.
And see,
See,
let me.
but that
I'm gonna.
feels good because then you can lay low, and then every time you pop out,
You're
you
right.
get that
Yeah.
great reaction.
Frank's like
Overexposure is the thing.
For
Can
sure.
can I say something? I love that my friend gets attention and he does well. And see, that's the type of guy I am. I'm all about sharing everything. No, I am. I'm
Yeah.
gonna brag a little bit.
We're gonna title this episode "The Type of Guy Joe Gorga Is."
Oh, you're not done yet. There's a lot more to come. All right, sir.
I like to share. I like to, there's a lot of people in this business. They're like, no, it's
Yeah.
all me. It's me, right? It's
Yeah,
me. No. We all gotta share.
You like seeing your family and friends
yes,
succeed.
everybody
Yeah.
succeed.
Surround yourself with happy people.
There you
At
go.
these
beautiful.
comedy shows, is everyone mostly welcoming and nice? The crowd, like you get any hecklers?
I had a heckler
Yeah.
once, and it really, I've only done 12 shows.
Yeah.
And I had a heckler in Florida, and she wasn't being mean. She was just so drunk, and she was in the front
One of
row,
those.
and she was just saying, just things about the show, and
Yeah.
why don't you go here? And
Yeah.
and I was trying to focus, and it was lack of experience. She fucked me up. So
Yeah.
I thought that,
Totally, that's
and I was
hard to
like,
ignore.
What?
Yeah.
I go, what? And then she starts asking me questions, and I start talking to her. It ruined my whole show, But
You get
now,
sidetracked.
now I'm good. I'll run with the heckler. You almost want a heckler sometimes.
Yeah.
You
Can play off of it. Play
Yeah.
off of it a little
But
bit.
I'm so crazy
yes.
in my show that I'm like aggressive, and I'm trying to show the people a day in Joe
Yeah.
Gorga's life.
You gotta see him on stage, guys. He's sweating. He is going at it so hard. I'm not even kidding. Ask him. He's sweating. He's dripping wet and everything
Yeah.
else.
It's entertaining.
Bright lights.
Yeah,
It's
right?
almost it's like an act. It's comedy with an act, and pretty good at it.
One
which is
man
good.
show
Yeah, it's pretty good.
with a special guest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
Yeah. So.
When he finds out he's invited from the poster.
No, but then enough from the post. And the best is that you wake up in the morning the next time again, maybe 3 weeks later, I see Joe Gorga sold out. Second show added with special guest Frank Catania. I said, Joe, what are you? Yeah, no, we sold out. So I'm getting. I said, Joe, maybe just ask me or talk to me. No, it'll be fun. Am I getting paid for that one?
But that's our
no, it'll be fun.
But it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I do love hanging with the fans. I love it.
Yeah.
It was good, man. We had a great time.
Production all the time is grabbing us and always pulling us away. Oh, you gotta go back here. And I love it just hanging out with them.
Did you guys meet any of the other like Bravo people you never met before?
A lot of them.
A lot.
Oh yeah, we met.
New friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a very strong
Yeah,
yes from Frank.
You love it.
In fact, me and my girlfriend just went to we were in Florida. Went out to dinner with Alexia and her husband.
Oh,
And
so
honestly,
nice.
Great. They were good.
I do love Miami.
You know?
It's a good show.
I gotta get into Miami.
yeah, it's a
I
good one.
haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
I love Tamara from OC.
Yeah.
I talked to that Italian kid. What was the guy? What's it?
Andrea?
Andrea, right?
Yeah,
Right?
from Summer House in winter.
I go,
yeah.
you think you look good?
Yeah.
I go, you think you're in Italian? I had to take a picture of him. I go, listen, I'm a fucking model too.
Yeah.
I don't look that bad. And I don't work hard at it. No, but he's
I'm just a model for kids' clothes. Tell them.
That's so funny. See how he is? See?
I like it.
Yeah, I feed off them. I do.
No, it's
Yeah.
all good.
Good. Because I feel like Melissa always has so many connections, and I see you guys on like double dates with people. And
Oh yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
we don't double date. They don't ask me out. They don't. Him and his wife, they don't ask me out. I'm not good enough to hang in their inner circle.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
No, we're not good.
the
We're not good.
NYC
Damn.
dinner dates
No,
out.
do you ever see me in the pictures?
You're right.
right?
You know.
He's
And-
never
and-
around that night.
They
He's
never
weird.
ask me.
He goes to bed early.
They don't
Nah,
ask.
I gotta
you
go.
know.
I'm going home.
Melissa wants to ask me. Joe doesn't because Joe's afraid Melissa's attracted to me.
See, that's what I was gonna bring up. If anything could tear you guys apart.
Oh
You know?
boy.
He knows that honestly his beautiful wife could be naked in front front of me, and I would not.
Never.
That's one thing that's going wrong with this world. There are way too little men who will cross that line.
That's right.
His wife, I don't care. I don't even care if it's Gumad, his ex-Gumad, his ex-girlfriend, whatever it is. You don't touch it. There's not enough women out there. You don't do that.
And bring Brittany over. Let her get naked in the G-string in my room. Let's see what happens.
Not a chance. Exactly. Not a chance. Not a chance.
I haven't seen anything in 18 years except for a woman. So I don't know. Maybe. I'm like, no.
Hey, stop it!
Right?
I'm gonna yell at you for Melissa.
She's young. How old is she?
33?
33.
33.
You know,
She's.
Who knows?
She's got the mind of a 50-year-old. That's why we get along so well.
Yeah, because you gotta be with an old man.
Yeah, right back to where we started.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
that
Right
so
back.
much
Yeah.
older.
Crusty ass. Look how crusty.
Tie it up.
That's because
I call him Krusty.
Yeah.
Come on, Krusty.
Oh,
No.
oh, Frank.
You don't feel sorry for me. Believe me. All right, he's all talk.
Well, you guys are very funny, and I do think that everybody watches when they watch the show. You know, you guys are asked all the time, and I feel like I always see it on Watch What Happens Live when they do the husbands together or whatever, that they're like, oh God, the husbands should do their own spin-off. Like, I think you guys should do a one season, like now they do the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip thing. And I think they should do a House Husbands like that on Peacock
they
and
should
send
do a special.
the House Husbands.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
or maybe just you two. Like they have you two do a bunch of activities together.
Yeah. Oh, it would do really
They
well.
can make it like a field day. Like they're the captains and they have to pick other house husbands and then they compete.
Right, and then they compete.
Yeah. We've been asked. We're being
keep your
asked
eyes
a
open.
lot. Yeah.
Keep your eyes
That'll be fun. People will like
Who
that a
knows?
lot.
Our eyes are open, definitely.
So
Good. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
It was our pleasure.
Yeah, tonight, you guys on Joe's website can stream his comedy show in Red Bank. And maybe you're in Red Bank and you're headed to the show.
Maybe
so
Frank will
enjoy.
be a guest and you won't even know it.
There you go. You'll see me on the special.
Oh, good.
Because last time I was there, I had to play Joe's bodyguard.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
you
So
can stream it tonight.
Yep.
Every day it's going to be on now.
And it's all on your website. People
It's all-
can get.
Yep. And
Okay,
then-
great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Stream it somewhere, and we'll be in Red Bank Friday night, which is tonight.
Yep.
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 Love it.
All right, everyone.
It was a great time. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so
for having
much
us.
for coming.
Thank you.
You guys are the best.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. The episodes will be out earlier. We love you guys. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.